Hello again, it's Martin here again with another video, and in this video I wanted to talk about the mental side of slowing down after 40 plus years of working. And I think when we look at retiring, we look at it more from a physical point of view. We look at it more, also we look at it from a financial point of view, but we don't really talk about, the mental side and how that can affect us when we suddenly stop, when we suddenly stop. It doesn't affect us quite so much, I think, when we're slowing down, maybe, but I think it definitely affects us when we've stopped. And the reason being is because when we're self-employed, we have a routine, we have a structure, and we get up every day knowing what we're going to be doing. And that is mentally stimulating for us as well, because it's not just a job for us, it's part of who we are. And I think when you start to think about retiring, we have to think about, we're going to be waking up without the same pressure. And I know sometimes people think, well, do we want pressure? But I think pressure helps. We like pressure. Well, I do. I certainly do. I mean, sometimes it can be a bit much, but I do like a bit of pressure. We're waking up with needing to, we're not going anywhere. We haven't got anywhere to go. So we might feel a bit out of sync. So that's another factor in the mental side of retiring. But it's also about our purpose, because we have a purpose, we have a structure, and we are staying active, both in our physical way and our mental alertness. So we're doing both, really. And I think this is where we don't talk about this so much. And I think we should understand the mental side of it a little bit more. The fact that we're not, when we just stop it completely, I think it's difficult. And I don't know about you guys out there. I don't know how you feel about the mental side of things, because obviously, like I say, we do talk about the physical side and we talk about obviously the financial side. Of course, both important. But also the mental side is very important. And I think when we're looking at retiring completely, I think unless you've got plans already, which I mentioned in previous videos, to be doing something both on a physical plane and a mental plane, it's a big, what shall I say, a shock, if you like, to the system when suddenly you've got nothing to get up for. Now, I don't mean nothing to get up for, in life generally, but nothing to get up for in terms of how you've done your work for the last 40 plus years. So that being said, I wonder whether or not we as self-employed tradesmen, and I want your comments on this as well. Be interested to hear your comments. Whether suddenly just stopping is too much for both those factors. Both those things, mentally and physically. I think just stopping is probably a little bit detrimental to us in a way. And for myself personally, I think that's why I've decided to actually go more slowing down, more easing off, still keeping my mental alertness, still keeping my physical capabilities to a degree, and just slowing up that way. But also, I've now looking into a totally different situation in my life for when I get to that point of retiring, fully retiring, where I want to be and what I want to be doing to make adjustments to actually have something to take its place. And I think that's quite important as well. Knowing what you have in store, or what you would like to have in store, is also a mental stimulant. It makes you feel more mentally alert, because you're not then just stopping. You're sort of looking forward beyond what you're doing now, and moving into a different realm, if you like, of keeping yourself mentally alert. So I'd love to hear your comments on this, how you feel as a self-employed person, on the mental side, and what you are looking to do, to make those adjustments to keep yourself both like I said, physically and mentally alert. So please give me some of your comments. I'd love to hear it. And I'll be doing another video next week. And the video next week is going to be more on where I'm looking to go, and whether I'd like to hear what you think about that. So thanks very much, and I'll see you next week.